Oh, hey everybody. Just playing a little bit of guitar here, getting ready for the show, kind of getting in the mood, because this week in Jackson is going to be all about music. If you don't know what's going on, there is a lot of music coming up in the city of Jackson in the next couple weeks. So we're going to let you know all about it. Not only on This Week in Jackson, but on jacksonopolis.com. We're going to be releasing videos, music videos, interviews with local artists, all sorts of good stuff, photo galleries of music events, all stuff that's going on in the next couple weeks. So to get it started, let's go with some of the more classic events here in Jackson. First off, Acoustic Roots at the Fourth Wall. This is a great classic event. It's usually just, artists coming in, playing some acoustic tunes, and then it usually breaks out into a big jam session, and that starts at 8 p.m. on Thursdays at the Fourth Wall in Jackson. If you want something else on Thursdays, if you're a little more thirsty, there's Thirsty Thursdays at the Sandhill Crane Vineyards, and that is out there, just outside of town. It's $5 for the entrance fee, but you get wine tasting with that. And it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Music starts at 6:30 to 8:30, and the kitchen closes at 8:45, so make sure you get something to eat. This Thursday, Jake Rickenbart is going to be playing classical guitar, and next Thursday, Dan Bickle will be playing acoustic guitar in the pop and rock flavor. So that's going to be some fun stuff. And if that's not enough wine for you on Thursdays, or if you want something a little on the other side of town, Ella's Patio Party are on Thursdays. So you can go there, rain or shine, from 5:30 until 7:30 p.m. Ella's Patio Party is free for members of the Ella Sharp Museum, or $3 for non-members. And there is a cash bar, so you can get whatever you want to drink there. But don't get too crazy, because next weekend is a packed weekend. Rockapalooza is in town. Rockapalooza is a Jackson event. I believe there were like 15,000 people at last year's Rockapalooza. It was pretty wild. But this year, the pre-party is on Friday, and that starts at 5 p.m. at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. The Rockapalooza pre-party is, it includes 3 stages. There's going to be 15 bands playing. It's going to be a good time. If that isn't enough rock and roll for you on a Friday night, they're going to have the Rockapalooza pre-party after party at 10 p.m. And that's going to be right downtown here at the Foundry. And this is cool. One of the acts that they're going to have there is Drummer versus Emulator. If you haven't checked these guys out, there's one guy who just goes to town on drums and he's playing away. The other guy mixes music, and he's got this big elaborate setup with this virtual sound system, and it's projected. It almost looks like Star Trek over there, and he's got this big board, and you can see through it, and it's these lights and sound and all this fun stuff. But you don't want to stay out too late, because the next day is Rockapalooza. That starts at 10 a.m. Tickets are $30 in advance or $35 at the door. That is at the Jackson County Fairgrounds, and there are so many bands playing, I don't even want to get started on the list. I think there's like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 stages. They've got motorcycles and all sorts of crazy stuff. There's a car show this year. It's a wild event. Lots of people out there, a good time. But if you want something even a little more wild, something a little more adventurous, something that you may not have experienced before, get ready for this. The 2nd annual Bird Alley Cook-Off. Bird Alley, if you've never been to Bird Alley, it is a unique spot in Jackson. It's located at 1032 Pigeon Street, just south of downtown. It is interesting, to say the least. And that's on Saturday. They're going to have music, games, food. It all starts at noon. You can bring some food to pass along. You can expect something unique there for sure. And the next day, though, kind of bringing it back, bringing it old school, bringing in the country for the first annual Country Palooza. And that is also at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. It starts at noon, which is good, because it's going to be a long day the day before. $10 in advance for tickets, or $20 day of the show. And it features the first annual Redneck Games. You don't want to miss that. How can you... Oh man, Redneck Games? That's going to be crazy. So if that is all a little too much for you, you can relax. We've got just the event you need. At the Rotary Band Shell over at the Cascades Park, they're going to have the concerts in the park. And this is with the Gray Nag Band. With a name like that, you know it's going to be relaxing. The Gray Nag Band, the concert begins at 6 p.m., and I believe that's on Sunday. But you can check out jacksonopolis.com/events for more details on those events. We're going to be posting about music all week. We're going to be posting music videos, interviews, photo galleries, all that kind of stuff. And it all kind of ends with a powerful, loud note. Well, maybe not so loud. Maybe a strum on the acoustic guitar with Folk Galore. And that is at the end of next week. And there's going to be a bunch of folk and Americana bands playing throughout downtown Jackson. I believe there's 5 venues. Jackson Coffee Company, Cup of Coffee, Jacksonopolis is going to be a venue, the Michigan Theater, and the Grand River Marketplace will be opening up for concerts there also. So lots of great venues downtown to enjoy some classic Americana or folk or country music, a little relaxed. And we'll try and get somebody on the show next week to talk more in depth about that. So Folk Galore is definitely a high note on the list of music events for This Week in Jackson, the Music Edition. I'm going to go back and play some more guitar so I can get all practiced up for this week in music. See you guys later.